everybody, Elirra here. Today we're going to talk about the rotation store and a little about the creatures that are in it, and the one that will likely be in it in a few hours. First, the store is available when you click on your mush count in the menu. Then you click Limited Creatures, and there it is. Now the creatures have rarity levels, which are common, uncommon, rare, and legendary. Each time you buy them, the cost rises by 25%. Let's talk briefly about each creature, how much they cost, with an example of what buying more of them would look like. To save time, I'm going to skip trivia, animations, and explanations of common abilities. I will only explain the new abilities. Now we have Veldys. The Veldys is a Tier 3 flier herbivore. The species is only available in the rotation store. The stored version is available in the Shoom shop for 1,125 shooms. Veldys are thought to be the messengers of gods, often seen during meteor showers and solar eclipses. They are elusive creatures, hiding in the shadows and watching from a distance. Nobody knows where Veldys came from, but some think they're birthed from fallen stars. Now for you role players. The only thing that is in the creature behavior section is that the Veldys lays eggs. The Veldys is a quadrupedal creature with a beaked face and segmented wings that can be found along its body. It has such wings near its head in a pair of two and another pair of two wings on its back. Fin structures similar to the wings, albeit shorter in length, can be found on the creature's rump and legs. Attached to these fins are long tendrils with glowing bulbs on the ends. It has thin, hooved feet, each with a dew claw. It also has a mid-sized tail, which ends with a segmented tail fin. Veldys has no gender dimorphism. The ability that the Veldys has is bleed defense. Next we have Luxsces. The Luxsces is a Tier 4 terrestrial omnivore. The species is available only in the rotation store. The stored version is available in the Shoom shop for 1,875 shooms. The description is as follows: a dangerous, intelligent species that can disappear in the blink of an eye. Some say that this beast came from a planet far from Sonaria, traversing through the stars. A solitary creature, Luxsces is usually found wandering alone, typically keeping to itself unless threatened or hungry. For you role players, the creature behavior is as follows. It is said that Luxsces is an extremely intelligent species, sometimes seen trying to converse with other species of similar intelligence levels. The smoke coming from their vent gets thicker as they age, a result of them gaining more knowledge. The following description is not planned to be applied to in-game mechanics. Luxsces are exclusively male only and do not reproduce. The origin of birth from the current and only population is unknown. The Luxsces is a bipedal creature with long claws and sturdy thighs. They have a long, thick tail that has a pattern which resembles that of the night sky. Their tail is medium-sized with the night sky pattern and light blue stripes on it, and has a golden triangular structure at the end of it. The Luxsces' wings reach over its shoulder and have golden spikes on some ends of its body. The Luxsces has a blue striped chest and neck, with a golden armor plate atop its back, with a black mane stretching from the back of their neck to the front of their face. They have a V-shaped, night sky colored helmet with small gold stripes and blue frills that come off of their chin. The Luxsces have a small, golden beard on the end of its chin and has purple smoke falling up from its mouth. Luxsces has no gender dimorphism. The abilities of the Luxsces are Bone Break, Bleed, Bleed Defense, and Invisibility. Next is the common creature, Tarakotu. The Tarakotu is a Tier 4 terrestrial carnivore. The species is only available in the rotation store. The stored version is available in the Shoom shop for 1,875 shooms. The description is as follows. Tarakotu is a feline-like creature that inhabits densely vegetated areas of Sonaria. Their numbers seem to be closely correlated to the quantity and quality of nature around them, and live symbiotically with the verdant and arterwardens. The Tarakotu is a quadrupedal creature with a look reminiscent of various species of big cat, this being most obvious in the shape of their face. Its face has a dangling decoration which hangs from its muzzle and a small neck flap between its chin. Lining the back of its neck are several broad white spikes with 4 longer and thinner spikes sticking out. It has a short to mid-sized tail with more white spikes lining the upper base and white fluff lining the underside and tip of the tail. Males have 5 white spikes along their chest. Females have 5 black spikes along their lower back, stopping at the base of their tail. The abilities are Bleed, Bleed Defense, and Thorns. Thorns is a passive ability that, instead of offensively inflicting bleed, defensively inflicts bleed when the user is attacked by a melee attack, ignoring bleed defense and unbreakable abilities. Last is the Levoneh, a creature that is not yet in the store at the time of release of this video. The Levoneh is a Tier 4 flier omnivore. The species is only available in the rotation store. The stored version is available in the Shoom shop for 525 shooms. There is not a description for Levoneh. However, there is creature behavior description, but there's only one thing. Levoneh sleeps in trees, hanging by their wings. The Levoneh is a quadrupedal bat-like creature that has 2 wings placed on its shoulders and back. The Levoneh has no eyes and a long bird-like beak. It also has some orange spotted frills that run down its tail and head, which has a distinct pattern. The Levoneh has a long neck with brown stripes and also has a small spiked frill at the front of its shoulders. It has large butterfly-shaped wings that have small light brown paws connected to them, with orange and brown coloring seen in the wings. The Levoneh has claws that connect to the wings, like a bat. It also has orange and white belly with small brown spikes running down the base of its tail. The Levoneh seems to have a larger, orange-striped, brown spikes that stick out into a round formation at the end of its tail, and a long orange tail tip. It also has a lot of patterns with orange, brown, white, gray, and yellow being seen in the creature. Males have 2 pairs of antennae on the sides of their head. Females have spot-like patterns on the webbing of their wings. The abilities of the Levoneh are as follows: Bleed, Bleed Defense, and Defense Paralyze. Defensive Paralyze is a passive ability that inflicts a paralyzing effect on creatures that attack the user for about 4 to 5 seconds, causing the attacker to become unable to move, but will still allow them to attack. Unlike other abilities, Defensive Paralyze only works when bitten. There's a % chance that it will take effect per bite. Now let's look at an example of what it would look like if you bought Tarakotu. Tarakotu is common and starts at 1,500 shooms. The first time it would cost you 1,500 shooms, but the next time you buy it, it would cost you 1,875 shooms. And the next time it would cost 2,345 shooms. As you see, it can get pretty costly pretty quickly, so you need to choose wisely what you buy and what you do with it. As you can see from my screen, Luxsces has cost me quite a bit already. I know there are very mixed feelings about this store, and I'm a bit concerned about the cost, and that some of the creatures are going to be unobtainable for many people. But if you're wise with how you spend, you should be fine. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed the store so far. I think it is good to be able to buy creatures directly and not be at the mercy of Lady Luck and the gotchas. However, the price rise is a bit of a hard pill to swallow. I understand why the devs did it, and it makes sense, but it's still hard on the proverbial pocketbook. So I'm going to give away a Luxsces. The giveaway will end in 1 week on the 26th of March. Make sure you sub, like, and leave your Roblox username and display. In the meantime, I wish you all a great week. That's it for me. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!